What's up, guys? Jeb here, and this is this week's Naked Truth. This is in response to Trisha's, and this week is a mixed bag, as it usually is. SourceFed has come to an end. Many of you may not know, but the place where Trisha and many others had, I wouldn't say started their career, but where they really became part of their own, I guess you can partially say, is on SourceFed. Now, if you guys may not have been around long enough to know, SourceFed was a collection of about 6. Well, there were, of course, more. Those were the 6 that were on camera. There was, of course, Trisha Hershberger, Lee Newton, Meg Turner, Joe Beretta, Steve, who's always been there, and his name begins with E-L-I, forget his name. But for as long as SourceFed started, essentially with about those 6, as far as I know them, and it has come to an end. The current group of 4 has said that that would have been there last week. I believe it was last week. And it's a mixed bag. I found out about SourceFed either beginning or middle 2013. Beginning 2013. And I know that for sure. I had to go through my favorites, like pages down, to find the first video. And it was an old video from 2013. A couple of them are still there, some of which I watched. The one that still makes me laugh, that I watched a couple of times in the shower, thinking this video through, was the one about ninjas, 8 ninja facts from 2013. That original group, to me, was SourceFed. I liked Meg, especially Meg Turney, Trisha, Lee, Steve, and I really forgot that dude's name. I can't believe I forgot his name. But took me a while to like Joe Beretta. I didn't like him from the start, to be honest. He grew on me though, and that original group was SourceFed to me. And I was there for a lot of it. I watched as it turned into its own thing. I watched. Some of the big highlights to me were not only when they did shows, when they started to branch out and do skits, when they did SourceFed Nerd, when William Haynes joined in. I think so, one of the strongest people on, who at least ended SourceFed. You had Raina Scully, and I remember the early days of Wayna, before it was officially Wayna, when we were shipping the two of them, William Haynes and Raina Scully, like right from the beginning. Before it became like an official thing, they would be. I remember the early shipping of those. One of the funniest things to me, still to this day, something that is a bit weird. There were rumors for a long time, at least, if in the right places, that there was a mooning thing going on in SourceFed. And I kind of didn't believe it. And then there was a video, not on the SourceFed channel, I believe it was on the Philly D channel, where he was doing the Google Glass. And Lee, as a answer back to Steve, had mooned him. Unbeknownst to her, she had been recorded by Phil DeFranco with the Google Glass. Oh yeah, kids, you remember the Google Glass? Look that thing up. Oh, that thing flopped so hard. But yeah, stuff like that. That's the high point for me. SourceFed, not too long after a lot of them left, they went to do their own careers. I know Joe is now working with the guys who do Smosh. Can't fault him for that at all. I really am trying to remember that dude's name, and I cannot remember for the life of me. Elliot Morgan. Elliot Morgan. That's his name. Elliot Morgan. I know he went to be a comedian, and I think Lee Newton is as well. Because they were not pushing, but William Hayes wanted to do it. He wasn't so sure of himself. He had called two of them in for some help, and I hope that he goes really well with that. He's also doing a bit of singing now. Not a problem. A lot of people that came on afterwards, I was okay with them, not big fans of them. I would have to say the only real person that I was a fan of, not a big fan of, but a fan of, and she's sort of the same way as Joe. I cannot remember her name, to be exact, because I haven't watched a lot of SourceFed recently, to be honest, in the last couple of months. But every now and then I watch it, and it was this girl who seems... I've been giving her an unofficial nickname that I kind of don't want to say. Not because it's mean, or mean-spirited, or sexist, or anything like that. She has that unenthusiastic face. Let's go with that. I don't know her name. In the SourceFed's ending video, she's the one with green hair at the end. Her hair is green at the end. Her. Started to like her at the, coming on to the end. I actually started to let her coming on to the end. That's about it. And I don't know, so I saw SourceFed coming on to this thing as oh, they had branched out into several different things. I don't know. That kind of leads to the end of SourceFed. And I love SourceFed from the beginning, and of course there's rumors now going around about what's going on with SourceFed. My mind is now stuck on a certain YouTube star whose light seems to be gleaming through. And usually when this specific person says something, usually because of their connections, whether ill-gained or not, usually ends up having some lick of truth to it. And if what this person said is true about what's happening with SourceFed, it's worrying. Because that means the entire group could go over to a thing, and I'm not so sure how I feel about that. That's a bit negative, I know, so I'll try to get off the topic, but I don't like if that's true, where it's going. But it's kind of hard to... Like, I look back at some of that old stuff. Again, I had to go back through my favorites a long time ago. And you can imagine, as a person who's been using YouTube as primary, like, I stopped watching TV really. I think the last time I really was watching TV, like sitting down in front of the TV, was season 3 of Walking Dead. And I think a few Comedy Central shows. That, Walking Dead, and Jon Stewart. When I got Netflix, Walking Dead I no longer needed to watch on TV. Jon Stewart left TV. There was no reason for me to watch TV anymore. And even before then, YouTube was my primary source of media consumption. I went through my favorites and went back through old stuff that I used to like Annoying Orange. Remember that thing? Remember Annoying Orange? The early days of that thing? And SourceFed's been there for a long time for me. And to see it come to an end is weird and just doesn't seem right. I'm still currently a week behind YouTube. And if some of the stuff in my watch later playlist comes through, after I watch it, because again, going through my favorites, I instantly put some of that stuff on my watch later. due to finals and stuff a couple months back. I like, all right, I'm gonna just put some stuff and watch later, and I'll catch up on it during the time off. Never really caught up as much. Still a week behind on videos. So at some point last week, in the middle of it, I only found out, I think Tuesday of last week, that Sourcefed was shutting down from videos a week before. At least that was when the original rumor started coming out, and then they say yes it is, and all of a sudden it just seems so rushed, like something just is not right about it. I'm gonna miss Sourcefed, but I just want to know what's gonna happen from here on out. The old Sourcefed will always be there. I don't know. Trisha's the only person I really follow since then. That's what I guess you say type to it. I think I'm following Lee Newton on Instagram. Joe, I don't know. I kind of had over 300 channels subscribed. I think it was climbing to 400, and I kind of had to cut Smosh off. So I guess that's kind of me cutting Joe off. Don't have any hate for the guy. Again, I did at first, grew to love him. I don't have any hate for him. I wish him well there. Just, I kind of got tired of their thumbnails all the time. And so many times I'd be like, 6 months without watching a video and be like, alright, if I like this, I'll click one video. If I like it, I'll unsubscribe. And I sort of like the video but couldn't see myself watching. I'm just like, alright, let's leave it here. Maybe they'll make a funny one. And then repeat that process. So that was, I guess, the end of Joe for me. Elliot came back to Sourcefed for a while and was actually really good in this weird sort of thing he did where he was like a real rich kid, posh, commenting on the early to mid elections and a lot of weird topics. And I wish him well what he does. Meg Turney, I haven't followed her since she left SourceFed, to be honest. I don't even know what she's doing now. Which is weird, because she was if I remember correctly, she was the original reason I found SourceFed. I think I was one of her cosplays, and it led me to SourceFed, weirdly enough, and I have not followed her in years. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know. I came from Megan Turney, and I've stuck with Trisha for a while now. Kind of weird how life turns out like that. Man, SourceFed. At this point, I'm just rambling on. It's just a whole lot of pauses in between. I know that's sort of what Naked Truth is supposed to be. You know, the naked emotions, the naked feelings. But still a lot to comprehend because, again, being a week behind, I thought, okay, I can catch up before I make the videos, which I make them Monday night, edit them, leave them to render in my sleep, wake up in the morning, which I'm cutting the 3-4 hours of sleep I should get a night. Not should. College is weird. Being in culinary means I get home late, wake up early. So usually cut the video, render it at night, and then upload it and leave. And it should be up by the time I check and after my between classes. But I had to skip over a lot of stuff just to catch myself up and reacquaint myself with what was going on today. So while the news hit, it didn't really hit me until today. And it's still sort of sinking in, I guess you can say. I don't know. Anyway, down below should be a link to Trisha's original video on this subject of SourceFed ending. In her description will also be videos from others like me who do responses to her videos. I recommend, if you have the time, watch their stuff. if you like seeing this background, because I'm not a very beautiful looking person. If you like seeing this background, if you like seeing Velma, let's go with that. If you like seeing Velma, subscribe. And I should have a video that I'm in the middle of editing. I should have a video that I'm in the middle of editing out Friday. I'm saying Friday. Friday. Because I'm already editing it, putting it together. Should be out by Friday. And until next time, guys. Peace. Rest in peace, Sourcefed.